represent you. If I find you for sale by owner, why do people do for sale by owner? Because they don't want to pay a commission. But if I bring them an offer where I can roll it in, they usually pay for it. But if they don't, you're going to pay for my services because I work for you. And if they go, well, I don't want to sign anything, I don't do anything, and I say, okay, let me refer you to somebody I don't like. Because if they won't commit that to me, do I really want to send them to a friend they won't commit to? Have any of you had a buyer that you thought you had in the hand and they went off and worked with somebody else? Absolutely. Buyer agency agreement does not guarantee you're going to get paid every time, but it guarantees a relationship. And that's what you're looking for. And some of my best friends, well, they weren't best friends, and they certainly aren't now, went to somebody else after I'd shown them and written offers for them. They went and bought a FSBO on their own. So I just sit them down and say, here's what we do for you. We're going to look houses for you. We're going to look on Craigslist. We're going to look on Facebook. We're going to be taking you out to preview properties. I go out and look at properties on my own. I look at what other agents are posting every morning on the MLS. I look at what's come back on market. I look at all these things for you. We take you out. We have a team of people that show property for me if I'm not available, so you will always have answers right away. But you get that for that relationship. You need someone to represent you, because when we start getting into the legal aspects of this is going to be really important. Plus, when you sign a buyer agency agreement, you are a client. That means I owe you a duty. You stay on my hip all the time on my phone. I'm always watching for houses for you. I match you up on my website for properties. A customer, I just send you whatever comes off the MLS. But a client means I work for you. Would that help?
Yes. How do you word in the buyer's agency agreement say, if I get less than 3%, just throw in the number, then you're to make up the difference? How is that wording done by you in the buyer's
Just like that.
Just like that.
I say, you are the one that pays me. We are going to ask the seller to do that for us, but you're ultimately the one that pays me. Now, there's some cultures where it won't work. Like if you go to Orcus, all of the real estate offices are lined up in a row, and they have the pictures in the windows of all the houses. And they're afraid that if they do a buyer agent, they're just gonna walk next door. Because it's weekend buyers. They're not a lot of residents. They're people that are doing vacation homes, and they don't care. They've got agents somewhere else anyway that'll probably write it up. But I've used them now on every buyer for, well, in the beginning, I probably missed a couple, 17 years. I can show you, I keep copies of them. I use buyer agency. If you're afraid to bring it up ahead of time, and you finally get them to the table to write an offer, slip it in with the offer. Slip it in as the second page, the second document. Get your Form 21, go through that, say this is your agreement with the seller, now here's your agreement with me. This is how I get paid, this is how we work together. They're busy signing paperwork, but you still have to explain the form, but I just tell them, this is your agreement here with the seller, this is your agreement with me. And they always sign it. Especially on Authentisign. But I always explain it first, saying, this is your agreement with them, this is your agreement with me. Is that what you wanted me to cover? Okay. We will keep in a what?